On 12/28/2009, at about 12:42 p.m. at the First National Bank in Gloucester, there was a robbery. On June the 18th, 2010, at approximately 3 o'clock, the Hocking Valley Bank in Coolville, there was an attempted robbery. And on June the 26th in 2010, a Kingston Bank in Adelphi, Ohio, that's in Ross County, was robbed this past weekend. We have a person of interest that we believe committed these crimes, and he is now in the Southeast Ohio Regional Jail on unrelated crimes. The Sheriff's Office has been working, my office has been working with the FBI and Ross County investigators. We're executing search warrants throughout the county at the present. We have recovered evidence in these crimes, and that these search warrants will continue throughout the day. I have with me County Prosecutor Dave Warren, and if you have any questions about the charges we're going to be filing, then we can take them.
So what charges would we expect to file?
Well, we normally expect to file in any kind of bank robbery situation, aggravated robbery, and it's our information that we have the robbery in Gloucester was also had possession of firearms, so there'd be additional firearm specifications with that. Attempted aggravated robbery of the Coolville Bank, but as the sheriff said, these are still under investigations. We have gotten a great deal of help. We appreciate the help we've gotten from the FBI as far as helping us with interviews and collecting evidence. I have also been in touch with Mike Ader, who is the A-T-E-R, who is the prosecuting attorney in Ross County, about the Adelphi bank out there, and I'm sure that he'll be filing charges there. We're also still pursuing the possibility and I'm trying to talk to the United States Attorney's Office about possible federal charges. Federal charges and state charges can go at the same time and can be stacked, so that one doesn't preclude the other. We, as our normal policy is, because there is no charges filed at this time, we're not releasing the name. We are, as the sheriff says, the individual is now being held at the regional jail on other charges, but in light of what happened with the Albany robbery last night, we wanted to make sure that people understood that this is not the same individual. That all the robbery at the 7-Eleven in Albany was a totally different circumstance, totally different individual.
What leads you to believe that the three are connected?
Information that was developed by the FBI, and information was developed by the FBI and other evidence that we've gotten from the Sheriff's Office, who've been working the cases since they occurred.
Detective Taylor took this case on from the Gloucester incident, Gloucester robbery. He's developed the case from the very beginning. He's tied the two together. He is working in concert with the FBI, and we know that we have the suspect in custody that committed all three robberies.
Is this person from Athens County?
This person is from Athens County.
When was he or she locked up?
I believe he's locked up on Monday evening.
Unrelated charges, you release what those are?
They are out of Hocking County. I believe they're breaking and entering charges out of Hocking County. I believe we have a receiving out of Athens County.
And for the record, mail?
It is a male.
Have we given you enough information to track it down on the computer? Either the hairstyle or anything?
I'm sorry. What was your question?
Any idea what the motive is right now?
Probably money. He's wanting some money.
For drugs.
For drugs. We have tracked some of the money to a drug house here in Nelsonville area.
Does he know he's the suspect in the bank robbery?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but did a win charges maybe filed?
It's hard to say. With it just depends on how quickly the evidence develops. It's one of the cases now is developing more quickly than one of the other cases, which would be the Ross County case. And talking with the U.S. Attorney's Office, talking with Ross County Prosecutor, there's a possibility, because that case is coming together a little more quickly than ours is, that they might go with that one first. But I would say within the next couple of weeks.
Federal charges?
And that's up to the U.S. Attorney's Office.
No,
and we're talking to them about what they're going to do with that.
I've heard that since 9/11 that the U.S. Attorney
doesn't like to take cases unless it's a big amount of money, like, is this, can you give us a ballpark on how much money was taken in the two actual robberies?
No, we're not going to have that information at this point.
And with the U.S. Attorney's Office, and I know there's been another bank robbery that we had out in Coolville with the Slider case, that there was discussions with getting the federal prosecutors involved in that when we had a long meeting with them. And sometimes it works out that with the state charges, even though you can stack them, with the state charges, we can stack it so high it just doesn't make any difference. And the federal government, the federal prosecutors understand that, and they've been very cooperative in helping us with getting any other information we need, even though that they don't actually prosecute any kind of federal charges.
And that was the actual case in the Slider case,
Right.
Has there been money recovered?
We do have evidence recovered. We do have money from one of the robberies.
Which one?
Can't release that.
You believe you work alone?
We are expanding the investigation, and there's a possibility that more charges will be filed in the near future.
Would you believe that this person was the one that went to all three of these banks?
This person did go to all three of these banks. Any other questions?
Got a weapon?
Well, there were weapons used at the bank robberies, and our investigators are out doing search warrants as we speak, so we'll know that later on today.
Would you say you think you think you know where some of the money went?
We do. We know where some of the money was spent.
This was on drug transactions.
Yes, it was.
Did they mark bills or anything?
I would not release that either. We are pursuing the possibilities that he may have hit banks in other areas. We're in communications with Morgan County at this time because Malta Bank was hit recently, and Licking County had one.
Does this person have any record, any priors of this kind of crime, other than this sequence that we're talking about?
Not bank robberies.
No prison record, felony record?
I'm not sure. Does he have that?
He doesn't have a prison record.